My beloved child, you don't even realize how much light you still carry within you. Yes, you've walked through storms. You've been bruised by disappointments, bent under the weight of betrayal, and shadowed by grief that made you question whether the sun would ever rise again. But listen to me now with your heart wide open, because I am speaking directly into the tender places of your soul. There is a light I placed inside you that no darkness can destroy. Though life may have tried to dim it, with harsh words, silent nights, forgotten dreams, and doors that closed too soon, I never forgot where that light lives. And today, I've come to stir it back to life. You may not feel radiant right now. You may feel worn out, empty, lost in the fog of what went wrong. You may have forgotten how to dream, how to hope, how to smile without a reason. But child, I have not forgotten the beauty I planted in you. I saw it before the world bruised your innocence. I saw it before people let you down. And I see it. Still, you've been through battles you didn't ask for, some that raged quietly behind your eyes where no one could see the pain you carried. Others were louder, messier, public, embarrassing. And every time you got knocked down, you wondered, is my light still there? Let me answer that for you. Yes, it is. It may be buried, it may be flickering, but it is never gone. I am the one who created that light. I am the breath behind it, and I am the God who restores what the world tried to steal. This is not the end of your story. This is not the part where you fade into the background and watch others shine. This is the chapter where I reach into your soul gently but powerfully and reignite the flame within you. You have believed the lie that you're no longer enough. Enough to be loved. Enough to be chosen. Enough to be celebrated. But I call you mine. And that alone makes you more than enough. You don't have to earn your light, you were born with it. You don't have to prove your worth, I placed it in you before the world had a say. I know what life has done to you. I saw the moments when your smile masked deep sorrow. I was there in the nights when you prayed with tears instead of words. And I want you to know, I did not miss one moment. Not one sigh, not one aching breath, not one silent cry went unnoticed by me. You see, your pain did not cancel your purpose. Your detour did not delete your destiny. And your brokenness did not burn out your brilliance. Yes, you've been through the fire, but what you didn't see was me. In the flames, shielding your essence, guarding your light. Child, you are still becoming. And I am not done with you yet. In fact, what you're stepping into is more glorious than what you left behind. Why? Because I am personally restoring the light in you that life tried to dim, and I will not rush this process. I will be gentle. I will be patient. I will meet you in the quiet, whisper hope into your weariness and breathe life into places that have felt numb for far too long. I'm going to show you that you still sparkle, not because of anything the world gives, but because of the divine imprint I placed inside you. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are mine. And I always finish what I start. So take a deep breath right now. Let it go. Let the shame, the guilt, the fear, release it. You don't have to carry what I've already promised to heal. You don't have to dim yourself to make others comfortable. You don't have to hide in shadows when I've called you into the light. The light in you may have flickered, but it has never gone out. And this is the season where I fan it back into flame. You'll see it in your laughter again. You'll feel it when peace returns like an old friend. You'll know it when you begin to dance again, not just with your body, but with your soul. Let me carry you. Let me restore you. You are not alone in this. You are not forgotten. You are seen. You are loved. And you are rising again. Let me begin the healing. Let me start the restoration. Let me remind you that the light within you was always sacred, always divine, always meant to shine. Stay with me now. as we go deeper into this restoration together. My precious one, let's begin where your pain began, not just to dwell there, but to heal what was hidden and buried under the surface for far too long. There was a moment, maybe years ago, maybe just yesterday, when someone or something dimmed your light. Perhaps it was words that wounded you, spoken carelessly by someone who never saw the treasure in your soul. Or maybe it was abandonment, when you needed support, and instead you were left alone to carry the weight of things too heavy for one heart. Whatever it was, it left a mark. And that mark became a filter through which you began to see yourself, less than unworthy and visible. But child, listen closely. That filter was never from me. I never called you invisible. I never called you broken beyond repair. I never told you that your best days were behind you. Those were lies whispered by the enemy, carried by wounded people, reinforced by painful seasons. But they are not your truth. Your truth is this: you were made in my image, radiant, holy, filled with light. And though life tried to cover it, I am uncovering it again. You've spent so long hiding your shine because you thought it was safer. You became quiet in rooms where you used to sing. You shrunk in spaces where you once danced. You said, "I'm fine," when your soul was begging to be seen. But I saw you. I saw the dimming begin, and I've been preparing your restoration ever since. You don't have to force your way back to the light. You just have to allow me to gently lead you there. Let me tell you a secret. Even when you stopped believing in yourself, I never stopped believing in you. Even when you stopped praying because the silence was too loud, I was still listening. Even when you gave up on the dream, I was still holding it, safe in my hands, waiting for the right time to return it to you, fully healed, fully possible. Because you are still that child who laughed with wonder, still that soul who carried compassion, still that heart who wanted to help, to love, to give, to shine. You haven't lost those things. You've just been buried under layers of life. And I, your loving creator, am here to unbury them. Let me peel back the weight. Let me lift the shame. Let me breathe light into your tired spirit again. You don't have to prove anything to me. You don't have to earn your way into my favor. You already have it. You had it before your first breath. You have it now, and you will always have it. I delight in you. Yes, even when you feel ashamed. Yes, even when you think you've failed. Yes, even when you believe you're unlovable. You are not a disappointment to me. Let that sink in. Let it wash over the parts of your heart that still feel disqualified. Let it soak into the memories where you feel like you got it wrong. Let it flood the corners of your mind that whisper, too late, too far gone, too damaged. None of that is true. Here is the truth. I am restoring you. Not the version of you that performs to be accepted. Not the version of you that hides your tears behind a smile. Not the version of you that feels pressure to always be strong. I'm restoring the real you. The you I handcrafted with beauty and joy. The you who laughs freely, who trusts deeply, who hopes wildly. Your light is not only coming back, it's being strengthened, refined, magnified. Because what you've gone through has not been wasted. Even the tears, especially the tears, have watered seeds of purpose that are beginning to grow beneath the surface. You thought you were in a season of stillness, but I've been working behind the veil, rewiring your spirit, renewing your mind, rebuilding your foundation. Not on sand, but on the solid ground of my love. I want you to know this. You're allowed to shine again. You're allowed to be radiant. You're allowed to be full of joy and not apologize for it. You're allowed to walk with your head high, not in pride, but in peace. You've earned nothing, but I've given you everything through grace, and that grace is enough. It covers your mistakes. It covers your delays. It covers your doubts. You are covered. You are chosen. You are cherished. And I am lighting a fire in you that no wind can extinguish. I want you to begin imagining again. What would it look like to live from your restored light? To show up with confidence that you are loved just as you are? To speak from your heart? To lead with compassion? To dream with boldness? I placed those dreams there for a reason, and if I place them, then I will sustain them. You don't have to make it happen in your strength. You just have to walk with me, one step at a time, as I bring them to life in the right season, and this, beloved, is one of those seasons. A season of revival. A season of reawakening. A season of light. No longer will shame dim you. No longer will fear silence you. No longer will comparison rob you of your joy. Your light is not a mistake. It is your calling. It is your gift. It is the echo of my spirit within you. You don't have to be loud to be bright. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to be present, with me, and with your own soul. So take a deep breath now, child. Feel that gentle flame within you begin to rise. That is me. That is your light being restored. That is your spirit remembering who you are. That is your soul rising to meet its divine design. You are not here by accident. You are not watching this, hearing this, reading this by coincidence. This moment is a sacred appointment. I wanted you to hear these words because they are your reminder. You are still light. You are still worthy. You are still mine, my beloved. There were moments you felt like your light had completely gone out. Moments when the weight of the world became so heavy that your soul stopped dancing. When even your smile became something you had to force, and your joy felt like a stranger to your heart. I saw you hide your pain behind silent strength. You were still showing up, still trying to be brave, still holding things together for everyone else, even when inside you were falling apart. But child, I want you to know what life tried to dim, I am restoring. You were never truly without light, even when everything felt dark. Your light, my light within you, may have been covered by grief, disappointment, betrayal, or exhaustion, but it was never extinguished. And now, it is time to uncover what has been buried. It is time to awaken what the world tried to silence. It is time to rise in your sacred radiance once again. You are not a product of your pain. You are a carrier of my promise. And though your brightness was dimmed by life's trials, I have never stopped working to revive the flame in you. Your radiance is returning. Not because of external success or perfect circumstances, but because I am gently touching the deepest parts of your soul and calling the light back to life. The light I gave you is not fragile. It is not dependent on how others treat you or whether life always feels fair. No. My light in you is resilient. It is rooted in eternity. It comes from a place beyond the reach of loss and fear. It's the same light that hovered over the waters at creation. The same light that shattered tombs and split veils. That is the light I have placed within you. And child, when I say I am restoring your light, I mean I am reaching into your very essence, not to give you something brand new, but to return to you what was always yours. Your joy, your wonder, your confidence, your laughter, your courage. These are not things you lost. They are things that were momentarily hidden. And now I am bringing them forward once again. Even now, as you listen, you may feel a flicker deep within you, a warmth you've not felt in a long time. That is me, moving within you. That is me, speaking light into the places that became numb. That is me, reviving your heart and saying, you were made to shine. Remember when you used to dream freely, before life taught you to shrink back, to doubt yourself, to brace for disappointment? I am returning you to that pure place, not so you can be naive again, but so you can live fully again, with wisdom, yes, but without fear. Because living guarded is not the same as living safe, and I want more for you than just survival. I want light-filled, soul-awake living. So release the shame you've carried. Let go of the belief that because you've stumbled, you've somehow forfeited your brightness. No mistake you've made has canceled the light I've placed in you. No failure, no detour, no season of confusion has separated you from my ability to restore. You don't have to earn it back. You just have to receive it. Come back to me with your honesty. Come back to me with your weariness. Come back with your doubts, your anger, your hope, your longing. I want it all, not just the polished version of you, but the whole of you. Because that's where restoration happens. Not in pretending, but in presence, in communion, in truth. And as you walk with me, you'll begin to notice things shifting. The colors of your days will become more vibrant, your thoughts more peaceful, your burdens lighter. You will feel things again. You'll laugh without guilt. You'll hope without hesitation. You'll believe again in yourself, in others, and most importantly, in me. Do not be afraid of your brightness. Do not be afraid to be seen. Your humility is not in hiding. It is in shining with purpose, knowing that your light is a reflection of mine. And when you walk in that, others will see me through you. They'll feel comfort in your presence, healing in your words, and love in your gaze. Not because you are perfect, but because you are lit by something eternal. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are right, on time for the restoration I have planned. So step forward, child. Even if you feel unsure, even if you feel like your flame is just a spark, that spark is enough, because I will breathe on it. I will tend it. I will protect it until it becomes a roaring fire once more. Let me reintroduce you to the brilliance within you. Let me remind you of your light, for it is not gone. It is rising, and the world is about to see you shine like never before. My child, you may not always feel the change as it's happening. Sometimes restoration doesn't arrive with a dramatic moment or grand breakthrough. Sometimes it comes quietly, like a gentle sunrise gradually warming a cold landscape, 1 degree at a time. One breath, one step, one small yes after another. That's how I work. Gently, faithfully, completely. Even now, I am healing the places in you that no one else can see. I'm touching the parts of your soul you thought would always feel numb. I'm breathing into those broken areas you gave up on long ago, the ones you tried to hide even from yourself. And I'm not rushing you. I'm not standing with a clock in my hand, demanding progress. I am standing with open arms, celebrating every flicker of hope that rises in you. Every moment you choose love instead of fear. Every time you let yourself feel, dream, or believe again. That's restoration. Not perfection, but progress. Not pressure, but presence. You've been through a lot, haven't you? You've seen things you never asked for. You've carried more than most people know. And yet, look at you. You're still here. Still listening. Still open. That is not weakness. That is strength. That is resilience. That is light. Do you know what I see when I look at you? I see someone who has not been defeated. I see someone who is rising even while trembling. Someone who's saying, "Yes, Lord," even through tears. Someone who hasn't given up, even when it would have been easier to. That's light. That's what's beautiful. That's what makes you radiant in my eyes. And I want you to stop comparing your glow to someone else's. I never asked you to shine like them. I asked you to shine like you. Your story, your tone, your voice, your essence. The world needs your light, not a copy of another's. There is something uniquely powerful about how your light reaches others, because it carries the texture of your journey. And no one else has your exact journey. Don't be discouraged by the time it's taken. Restoration is not a race, it's a sacred unraveling and reweaving of all that was torn. It's me taking what was shattered and reshaping it into something even more whole than before. Yes, more whole, not less. Because when I restore, I don't just patch things together. I make them new. Do you remember the child you once were? The one who ran freely, laughed loudly, imagined boldly? That part of you is not gone. That child still lives inside your spirit, waiting to be invited out again. And I am giving you permission to reclaim your innocence, your wonder, your wild hope. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not disqualified by pain. You are ready. You are being prepared to carry your light with grace and courage into the world, not just for your sake, but for the many who will see me through you. You are a vessel of light, a mirror of my love. And every time you choose to heal, you help others believe they can too. So let's keep going together. Let's keep restoring what life tried to dim. Let's walk through the fields of your soul and breathe light into every shadowed corner. Let's reclaim your laughter, your voice, your boldness. Let's unbury the beauty within you. Let's call it all back to life. You were never forgotten, you were never forsaken. Even when you couldn't feel me, I was carrying you. Even when you doubted your worth, I was whispering, "You are mine." And now I'm saying something even more powerful. You are radiant. Not because you've done everything perfectly, not because your path has been smooth, but because you've kept going. Because you've allowed me to work within you, because your light, though dimmed, never went out. It waited. It endured. It survived, and now it is being restored. The time for hiding is over. The time for shrinking is done. It's time to rise. It's time to remember. It's time to shine, my beloved child. Before we finish this sacred moment together, I want you to know, this isn't the end of what I'm doing in your life. This is only a beginning. You may have felt dimmed, hidden, or forgotten by the world, but never by me. Never. Every flicker of pain, every whispered prayer, every moment when you thought, I can't do this anymore. I was there, holding you, breathing for you when you were too tired to take another breath. And now I am shining my light back into you, piece by piece, day by day, gently, but steadily. You don't have to be afraid of the dark anymore. You don't have to be ashamed of the dimming. What dimmed you will not define you. What tried to put your fire out did not succeed. I've been tending the coals of your soul in secret, keeping them alive through every storm. And now, I am blowing my breath upon them, not to stir chaos but to awaken glory. You are not just recovering, you are being reborn. I am making all things new, including you. Don't listen to the voice that says you've missed your chance, or that too much has been lost. That voice does not come from me. I am the one who restores what time tried to steal. I am the one who returns joy after sorrow and light after night. The flame inside you may have flickered, but it never died. And now I am fanning it into something unstoppable. You will shine again, not because you pretend everything is perfect, but because you've let me in to heal what was hidden. Because you've trusted me with the messy middle of your story. That's what makes your light so sacred. It's not artificial, it's not forced. It's real. It's lived in. It's holy. Let this be the day you stop apologizing for your light. Let this be the day you stop dimming to fit in, shrinking to survive, or hiding to be accepted. You were not made to be hidden. You were made to reflect me. I placed light in you before the world touched you, and nothing the world has done can extinguish what I placed inside you. The world may have tried to bury you, but I call you planted. And now you are rising. Your light is not only for you, it will guide others home too. People will see your peace and find hope. They will see your joy and feel strength. They will hear your story and know redemption is real. So shine, my child. Shine without guilt. Shine without Shame. Shine even while you're still healing. This is not the end of your story. It's a bright new chapter. I am restoring you, and I will not stop until the work is complete. I will finish what I started in you. My hands are steady. My plans are good. My timing is perfect, and my love for you is unshakable. So rest now, in the light of my presence. Let it wrap around you like warmth on a cold night. Let it quiet your fears. Let it silence the lies. Let it remind you that you are never alone. I am with you. I am for you. I am within you. You, my child, are the light I am restoring, and the world is about to see you shine brighter than ever before, not because of who you are without me, but because of who you are with me. Stay close, stay soft, stay shining. I love you, always, God.